Welcome to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. This is my spoiler review of The Flash. Yes, so welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie, where we're going to be going over briefly some spoilers of The Flash. So, there's been lots of complaints that came out before this film by early screeners about the CGI. I think a lot of the cameos were held in those early screenings. So, Barry Allen tries to go back to change things, yada 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 yada, messes it up like all of these kind of time travel movies, like, what do you expect? Go back in time, butterfly effect, you know yourself. You kind of get the gist of the plot. Anywho, there's lots of... Where do I start? I don't know whether to just go into spoilers or just go into like the main bulk of the plot. Or as I said, Barry goes back in time, things change, he makes mistakes, and yada yada yada. The cameos... they seem a bit fan servicey, shall I say. Some that people kind of expected, some that didn't. As Barry's going through the Speed Force, lots of cameos do appear. So the cameos such as Adam West's Batman, George Reeves' Superman, Christopher Reeve, Superman, and Helen Slater's Supergirl. Now, I have no idea what I actually think of all that. I'm still trying to get my head around all this. Other cameos are Nicolas Cage as Tim Burton's Superman with the long hair, and he literally has the long hair. It's so CGI, you know, like a lot of it is, the CGI is so bad, like it's so bad. And the Force, like, there is parts that are really, really good. There's parts that I really, really liked. It does definitely get a very, very messy in the final act. You can see Michael Shannon just isn't really enjoying returning as Zod. Not even one little bit. It's a cool scene where actually Barry, kind of like where in Man of Steel, where we know Bruce Wayne is down there trying to save people that we see in BVS. Barry is kind of doing similar here, where he's actually down trying to help people. And that's quite good and cool. We're so far into like how technology has changed movies, where you'd think the CGI is a little bit better than it actually is. And then ironically, eventually AI, CGI, let's say 10 years down the line, it's going to get a lot better. And bringing all these characters back, especially the ones from the dead, is just going to ruin filmmaking altogether. Is it a bonus, or did the fan servers really love it? From a filmmaking perspective, it feels like it's very, it feels wrong, almost, bringing these people back just to get a cheer in the cinema. And that's what it feels like, that it's just people in the cinema going, woo, yeah. And it feels wrong bringing them back. Now, I know Star Wars have done it. They've made Luke Skywalker look younger. This kind of really... Ghostbusters have done it as well. This may have really been the tip of the iceberg, almost. Where it's so fan-servicey, it kind of just spills out. And it's not there for any, like, groundbreaking effect or like a cinema history. It's there to just get people screaming in the cinema, and I don't know if that feels a little bit dirty. George Clooney makes an appearance as Bruce Wayne, because Barry returns to what he perceives to be his world, his Earth, and it actually isn't. His father gets off with the murder of his mother because he moves the tomatoes up top so he can look at the camera. But then what he thinks is his Bruce Wayne pulls up, but it's not. It's George Clooney. That's a quite cool moment. At least he's not dead and he's not CGI. Yeah, it's very similar to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man when they brought all the others, like, what was with Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. I suppose all the multiverse type movies are going to be similar. I'm not sure if I'm buying it all. Like, Across the Spider-Verse was good. Spider-Man No Way Home was good as well. The cameos really are, I don't know if they're weighing on me a bit, where it's just, you're making movies just to get screams in the cinema. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like, let's bring this dead person back. The CGI may look shit, because it does look shit. It's not, like, The Flash it's really entertaining. And I suppose if I was younger, maybe, and I was a little, I don't know, teenager, early 20s, probably like myself would have been like, yeah! Maybe because I'm involved in filmmaking in a way, it just feels a little bit dirty. When is the stopping point? Is this going to be the way of filmmaking in 10, 15 years, that AI just recreates every past great actor, puts them into a film, actually markets the film around Marlon Brando is back? Is that what we're going to do next? I'm not sure I like that era. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm just an old fogey. But it just feels dirty to me. But anywho, I didn't really get into spoilers. Well, I did get into lots of spoilers. I didn't really get into plots and stuff like that. Young Barry becomes the Dark Flash. I'm just giving you lots of spoilers here rather than reasons why, because I'm kind of just taken back by everything that was just kind of thrown at me. It was kind of like someone putting their hands into a tub of paint and just splattering different bits of paint on the wall. That's what it felt like. Just, let's throw stuff and see what sticks. And if the CGI looks bad, well, fuck it. And if it looks and feels a bit cringe at times, because not only is the CGI, but you're bringing people back from the dead. Who knows? I'm sure people love it. I'm sure lots of people love it, actually. I'm sure lots of other people screamed in the cinema like they did. But tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Am I totally wrong? And I'll catch you in the next episode.